is a terrific practice player, and the organization is very high on this 4-year player from Ukraine.
Well, he knows how to play, can really shoot the ball. Coming off a 26-point, 11 rebound game against Atlanta.
Lakers have their first lead. Ollie flying in. Rebound by Sampson. Quickly triggers to Fisher. Peyton the other way. Can't get it. Sampson inside. And they had Battie and Miles that combined on the defense. And a foul called on Battie. Cheryl Miller, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, as you and Doug indicated, it is the same shoulder that he had surgery on in the offseason. The report on it right now is that Kobe sprained his AC joint. And right now he's in a lot of pain, but he's going to try to give it a go. The x-rays came out negative, so we'll actually see how far he can play. Kevin?
All right, he is back on the floor, and no big surprise. LeBron James is standing by his side. They're both at midcourt. LeBron so far has put in 7. Kobe has put in 10. The 10 by Kobe is the high of the game.
Well, you can see when Paul Silas went to his bench and he took LeBron out of the game. He's got Darius Miles out there with Capono and Wagner. They lost their sense of purpose. They got out any kind of rhythm they had. They've got to try to get that back now. They got off to a great start. Can they get that back now? They're going to have to really settle themselves down. Let's see if they go to LeBron here.
Lakers on a 19-5 run. And Ilgauskas playing with a couple fouls, grinding into Sampson. Almost looked like a travel, but the foul is called on Sampson. You look at Ilgauskas, he's almost like a medical miracle. He has had 5 foot surgeries at various times over the last 4 or 5 years. They thought his career was washed up, and here he is playing and made the All-Star game for the first time last year in the Eastern Conference.
Well, they really were very, very nervous that he was ever going to play. They signed a big contract, and but he's worked, wanted to play. And for a moment, or for a while there, the 1 year, they were monitoring his minutes, so he could only play, I think, up to about 24 minutes a night. He can give them a real presence. He knows how to score, but Kevin, he's got to give them a defensive presence. And in the 4th period, when they really need him, he's been soft defensively, and so he's going to have to prove in that area of his game. You see Kobe there had a difficult time getting his right arm up to catch.
That's the good shoulder, the good arm there. The right shoulder, shooting shoulder, is the one that is a little bit banged up. Miles had it and away from the ball. There was a shove and a foul, and it was on Capono, I believe.
See, Capono has a scorer's mentality. He grew up here. I think he was born in Long Beach State, went to high school, or Long Beach, went to high school around here, played at UCLA, one of the best scorers ever at UCLA. Reminds me a lot of Don McClain, who used to play at UCLA. Terrific shooter, but he needs help out on the floor getting his shot. He can't chase his shot so much.
Gary Payton and Medvedenko. Ilgauskas trying to get a hand on it. Kobe was in there fighting away at that ball, and a foul is called, and Kobe Bryant and Sampson were in there. He's got his 3rd now, does Sampson. 3rd foul.
Watch him go for this rebound. He never goes up with his right hand. Look where his right arm is. He's really playing out there with one hand, and I guarantee you, he knows the sense of urgency right now. We see him rubbing that shoulder. He knows the sense of urgency. He knows that Malone is hurt. He knows that Shaq is hurt. He knows it's a home game they need to win. And he also sees number 23 out there across from him and LeBron James, and Kobe's never been one to walk away from a competitive challenge.
Well, you know, you look at the team you talk about, is it Shaq's team, is it Kobe's team? With Shaquille O'Neal and no Kobe Bryant, since 1996-97, they're 36-8. All right, with Kobe and no Shaq, which they're going through right now, 53-46. So when they say whose team is it, they need each other, obviously, but certainly Shaq is the most indispensable part of this ball club.
Well, he's the only guy in this league that nobody has any answers for. The power, the strength, that all that he brings in that paint, nobody can match that. Now, you've got the greatness in Duncan and Kevin Garnett. They're different kind of players. Shaq brings a physical presence and intimidation that no other team in this league has.
That's a foul on the Lakers. An offensive foul that goes on Gary Payton. He was down low. That's the record we're talking about, and yet we still hear where Kobe wants to, maybe test free agency once the summer rolls around. He wants his own team with his own imprint on that team.
You know what? I read some stuff, and Kobe says, you know what? I've never been a free agent before. I just want to test the market. I don't blame him for that.
James. And Payton wants to run. Fisher. Kedrick Brown back in the game, has the rebound. Kobe watching James slide inside and scoop it off. Grant with the rebound. Cavaliers started this game 8 of 13 since they've gone 2 of 19, and Gary Payton is warming up. He's now got 8 points.
Kevin, if this is a running game, LA will win it. If Cleveland's going to win it, they're going to have to slow it down to get it in the half court, throw that ball in the post, and play off Ilgauskas. But right now, those running games are taking bad shots, and they're not going to their strength.
Ilgauskas with Grant defending. And Payton again. Phil Jackson has said publicly, until we get Malone back in check, I don't know if I want to run as much. Grant with the miss, and then Town on a terrific bounce off the rim.
I don't think you can just grind it out, though. I think you got to pick and choose. If you can get some deflections, if you can get some rebounds, and you can run, especially against a Cleveland team that does not do a great job of getting back on defense.
Neither team has hit a three-point shot tonight, but the Lakers haven't needed the three. They've gone 23-7 over the Cleveland Cavaliers, even with an ailing Kobe Bryant.
This Friday,
Do you think maybe you could put your shirt back on?
for a guy who likes to play it safe,
I assess risk for a living, so I try to avoid danger.
nothing is more hazardous
Ah! Rat in the house!
She's a ferret. You can't really see anymore.
than falling in love.
You mind if I use your bathroom?
Ben Stiller,
Oh, no.
Jennifer Aniston. Along came Polly.
Oh my God!
Rated PG-13.
Protect your family with First Alert smoke alarms from Menards. This model features dual sensors to detect rapidly burning or smoldering fires. Plus, it can be tested or silenced with any infrared remote control. On sale just $19.98. Keep smoke alarms, toys, and cameras working with Panasonic Plus alkaline batteries. 4 packs of double or triple A's, 2 C or D's, or single 9 volts are just $1. Power up with savings from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, nice boy. What you watching?
Love action flicks? Check out Charter. Get the lowest price digital quality movies. Sign up now and get 2 months free. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked.
Tonight, the NBA on TNT is brought to you by Hyundai. When your car comes with America's best warranty, you win. And by America's dairy farmers and milk processors. With Doug Collins and Cheryl Miller, Kevin Harlan. Little drive down Rodeo here in Los Angeles. A look at LeBron James, who in the game tonight has put in 7. Kobe Bryant has put in 9.
Well, Cleveland got off to a great start. They were in a great rhythm. They were moving the basketball. Started out 8 of 13, since then 2 of 20. They've gone to their bench, and when LeBron sat down, they got discombobulated out there. They lost any kind of rhythm, and that's what Paul Silas talked about today. So I'm going to catch 22. I got to cut his minutes back, but when I do, we've got to be successful with him out of the game. So, I mean, these guys got to be able to help out here a little bit so that LeBron can rest and be strong for the 4th period.
They had 1 lead change and 1 tie. There's LeBron. Rebound by Devin George, who just checked back in the game. LeBron tonight now 3 of 8 from the field. Cavaliers have missed their last 10 shots from the floor. Medvedenko and Gary Payton. Flying in Devin George.
Those are the little things that Devin George does for you. Spots up, makes the shots, gets some little loose balls, rebounds, runs the floor. Very, very good role player, and it does a good job defensively to knock that ball away.
Fighting for the ball with Williams is Devin George. Lakers, for the first time tonight, lead in rebounding by 1.
See, Kedrick Brown turns his back, and what Devin George does is go right behind him and works against his vision and gets the easy score. And when you're struggling to shoot the ball, get some easy ones. Get a couple layups.
Working on Kedrick Brown over there on the side. Von Wagner, Cruiser, Williams, Ilgauskas with the ball. LeBron James, the Cavalier 5, and Ilgauskas gets in very easily. And the Cavaliers get their first basket from the floor in almost 6.5 minutes.
Well, Horace Grant said to one of his teammates, you got to dig back in there and help me a little bit.
Medvedenko fighting once, twice, a third time, and 3 certainly is the charm.
How about that effort by Medvedenko? This is a runner in the lane. Looks like he's out of position. He's the one that gets his hand. Watch, he does not give up on this play. As soon as he lets it go, goes right back to the boards. 1, 2, 3, and rewarded with a 3-point play opportunity. That's just a hustle play by Medvedenko, who's, again, you see coming off that career high 26 points, 13 field goals, which was a career high, 21 attempts, which was a career high, 11 rebounds, which tied a career high. I would say he had a good night the other night. Atlanta scored only 67 points, got beat 113 to 67. Whew.
Lakers with Peyton and Kobe Bryant in their backcourt. George, Grant, and Medvedenko on their front line. Von Wagner finds himself in a straitjacket. Williams for 2 with 4 on the clock.
So Cleveland can't make a shot. They're a very poor outside shooting team, Kevin.
Peyton got it from Bryant, who passed it with his left hand. Medvedenko locating Peyton. Here comes Devin George. Horace Grant. Rebound by Wagner.
Those are wild shots that Wagner's taking. He wants to score so badly, but he's taking bad shots. And, you don't want to take the green light away from a guy, but you got to make him take better shots.
Lakers have 9 turnovers. The Cavaliers have 8. There's Ilgauskas with 10 points. That is a Cavalier high. And he has tied Kobe with game-high honors so far. What kind of defense we're seeing from Kobe with that bad shoulder?
Well, Kobe's going to chase. He's got great feet. You see that right arm, he's dangling it to his side. He's really not even using it, but he does a nice job of funneling him into a trap. But he's really protecting that right side, not getting that hand in there at all. But I give Kobe a lot of credit right now. He's out there playing, and just his presence out there is very, very important to this Laker team.
He's even good with one hand tied behind
I
his
would
back,
think so,
he?
yes.
Ilgauskas.
Paul Silas has got to be very disappointed. This is a very winnable game for them right now with Shaq out, Malone out, with Kobe playing with one arm. I mean, they're in great position to win this game. These are the games when you're young players, when you're 2-17 on the road. You got to look at each other and you say, guys, we got to win this game. We're on a 6-game trip. We've already lost the first 2. We got to win this game here tonight.
Kobe, since coming back from that shoulder injury, has not shot as of yet. He was going with a 3 of 7 night. Horace Grant, who played for Phil Jackson in Chicago, championship there.
He shot left-handed.
Oh my gosh, a left-handed shot by
Look at
Kobe
Phil.
Bryant.
Look at Phil.
Here's James with the left-handed pass to DeMond Wagner. George with the rebound. The Cavaliers are shooting 29%. Lakers the other way, 31% for the game so far. Gary Payton. Ilgauskas tapped it. Taken by Williams. Here's LeBron. Brandon into George. And a foul on Devin George. Second on him.
Kevin, this is reminiscent of John Havlicek. John Havlicek injured a shoulder in the playoffs one year with the Celtics. I think they were playing the New York Knicks. He played left-handed and still was a great player. I think that's a little out of Kobe's range with that one. Phil sort of looked over and said, what was that? A left-handed 3. Kobe's playing through it. The Lakers by 8.
Tired of endless searches for low fares? Introducing the Southwest Shortcut. Shows you exactly which days our lowest online fares are available. Only at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Get in the zone. I'm Jesse James. The way I see it, a car is not just a way to get from point A to point B. It is the point. That's where the pros at AutoZone can help. They've got the stuff you need to keep your car running right and make it as cool as you want. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are going to...
With unlimited local and long-distance calling, you can show people how much you care all the time and never worry about the cost.
Shower the people you love.
The neighborhood, built by MCI. Stay close to the ones you love.
All right, let's go to the beach.
Dad, today's Saturday, isn't it?
Yep. Your life and your money. Spend them wisely. The Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty.
3 marks, 3 chances, 3 nights in a row.
Did you miss me?
Antonio Banderas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, The Mask of Zorro. 3 nights in a row. Starting Friday, January 23rd at 8 on TNT.
Strength is not taught in battle. It lives in the core of every soldier. Demi Moore, Viggo Mortensen, G.I. Jane. Sunday, 8, 7 Central, only on TBS Superstation.
Just a further update on Kobe Bryant. It is a slight separation of that right surgically repaired shoulder.
That is very painful. Obviously, a dislocation would be much worse because that means it would have popped out of the joint and then gone back in. But slight separation means he sprained that joint a little bit, but that's very painful and being interesting to see how he responds with that, especially after it's been operated on. But right now, Cleveland has really gone into a funk. They can't make a free throw. Finally, LeBron James gets one to go. They're 10 of 33 from the floor, shooting 30%. The Lakers are shooting 32% in this game and winning.
He had a 19-point turnaround in this first half. Cavaliers led by 11. Lakers have led by as many as 8. Horace Grant. James with a one-handed rebound. That's his third of the night. Wagner feeds nicely to a twirling cruiser. Ilgauskas trying to tap it. You can see him playing volleyball. Tallest guy usually wins it. And the 7-2 Ilgauskas does and was fouled.
When you go away from your strength, then you get yourself in trouble. And we saw Cleveland start the game out going inside, getting the ball into Boozer, getting into Ilgauskas, getting offensive rebound, getting points in the paint. Look at this. It's sort of like just playing, volleyball, tipping the ball back and forth till finally Ilgauskas gets it to go. But you got to go to your strengths. Young teams sometimes struggle with knowing where to go and to go there on a continual basis until the other team shows you they can stop that.
Ilgauskas has a game-high 13 points. Kobe leads the Los Angeles Lakers with 10. Here's Payton. He's got 8. Fisher trying to burrow his way in. A foul called on the rookie, LeBron James. That was going to go on DeJuan Wagner there for a second, but it does go on James, and he now has 3 personal fouls. He's played 17 minutes tonight. LeBron is 3 of 8, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 8 points.
Great refereeing here by Dick Bavetta. He knows LeBron James has got 3 fouls, and he doesn't give the ball immediately to Devin George, knowing that Paul Silas would like to get him out of the game. That's a veteran referee move.
Well, he's officiated. Dick Bavetta has 21 NBA Finals games, a former Olympic official. Kevin Ollie is in, finds Wagner, who slides by Fisher and gets it to go. He's got 4 off the bench.
See, he's just really rusty. In fairness to him, he has not played, and he needs to play himself back into shape.
Payton is short, and Gary Payton tonight is 3 of 12 shooting from the floor. Wagner again played at Memphis for John Calipari in his only college basketball season to DeJuan Wagner.
Well, with Kobe out of the game right now, Gary Payton's got to score. Him and Medvedenko. Who else out there is going to be able to score for him?
Carlos. And that is a loose ball foul, and it's assessed on Ilgauskas, and now he has 3 personal fouls. He's got 3. James has 3. Those are the 2 starters in foul trouble. Only 1 player for the Lakers with 3 fouls. That's the rookie Sampson.
You know, Carlos Boozer has really struggled in his last few basketball games. Has not shot the ball well. Tonight he's 1 of 6, and he'd been playing such great basketball, and he's such a big part of what they do. He's a high percentage shooter, and they need to get him back on track. He's just a little bit out of sync right now.
Good game on NBA TV tomorrow night. The Minnesota Timberwolves will take on the New Orleans Hornets. That's a beauty. We'll be watching that one Wednesday on ESPN2. Dallas hosting Philly. Philly is playing in Orlando tonight. And this weekend on ABC, it's Minnesota and Houston. That's on Saturday. And the Celtics taking on the San Antonio Spurs on Sunday. That's on ABC. Both teams below 30% shooting in this contest tonight. Rebounding +2 for the Cavaliers. The T is in the game. Boozer ends up with it. Wagner from outside, and finally he connects.
I guarantee he won't shoot it unless he has it in his hands.
No fouls to give either way.
That guy's my hero.
Yeah, tapped in by Horace Grant. He's 38, and there are times that Horace Grant shows us what he was like as a younger player, a very good player in this league.
Well, he came here right now to be a backup, though. He's playing heavy minutes. I'm sure Horace is going like, I didn't sign up for this. I'm more of a 16, 18-minute guy.
It's funny you use that line. I didn't sign up for this, because Gary Payton, while they were losing those 4 consecutive games, those 8 games in 11, Gary Payton said, you know, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for a lot of minutes, and I signed up for wins, and they weren't coming. Well, he was frustrated.
Well, he was frustrated. I think he was more frustrated in what he considered that there was no sense of urgency, like, let's get this stopped, guys. We've lost 4 in a row, and, you know, they're talking about us being a team that's going to win 70 games. We've lost 4 in a row without even the big guys. We've got to find a way to win some games. This guy's a competitor. He's been like that his entire life. You know, in Seattle, he'd always voice his displeasure. But early in the year, when Kobe and Shaq were at odds with each other, he and Karl Malone really held this team together. I thought they did a great job until this team really got into a nice flow.
And he'd like to push the ball, Peyton would, but Phil Jackson says we're going to try to play more half court until Malone gets back in the lineup.
Well, they've gone zone now out of this to disrupt the play that Paul Silas called.
Williams with the miss. Rebound is lassoed by Grant. There are just a handful of seconds remaining in the half. Here's Derek Fisher. Aggressively takes it inside. Rebound by Boozer, who leads all rebounders with 8. And that takes us to halftime. The Los Angeles Lakers with the 4th best record in the Western Conference against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have lost 4 straight games on the road and 4 of 5 overall. Los Angeles had a big lead of 8, 38-30. Cleveland finishes the second quarter with an 8-2 run. Let's go to Cheryl Miller.
I tell you, Gary, if things couldn't get worse for the Lakers, no Shaq, no Malone, possibly no Kobe, what do you guys do for the second half?
Well, sure, we just got to suck it up. I mean, we just got to play. We've been going through it all year. We got to go through it a little bit more. Hopefully he can come back. As you see, he couldn't come back. He couldn't move his shoulder. We don't want to hurt him no more. Now this is the time the guys to just suck it up.
You know, in the second half, if he does not play, that means that your role is going to have to expand. How much more aggressive do you have to become?
Well, I got to be more aggressive. I got to make things happen. I got to get everybody involved. I can't just think about just going on one-on-one for myself. I got to go and try to get everybody involved. First of all, we got to get rebounds. If we get rebounds, we'll be fine.
Thanks for your time. Let's send it back to you, Kevin. Doug?
That's the former Defensive Player of the Year in the 1996 season, the 6th all-time player in assists, 6th all-time in steals. Someday he will be in Springfield in the Hall of Fame. All right, at halftime, the Los Angeles Lakers on top by 2 over the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James. With that in mind, let's send you to our studios and Ernie Johnson.
Whenever it is time for the Verizon Wireless halftime report, the Lakers on top by 2. This is Irvin Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, Ernie Johnson. Guys are a little quiet, a little
subdued.
Bored.
It's boring. The game is boring? The game is very boring.
You're not pleased with this?
Well, I mean, it's unfortunate all the stars have gotten hurt. I mean, that's just unfortunate.
LeBron James, 8 points, also has 3 fouls. Kobe, 10 points. Bad right shoulder. Is that why you were holding your breath in there?
Of course.
Exactly.
Well, I think that, you know, anytime you lose, you already got 2 superstars out, then now Kobe is hurt. You always hold your breath. But, you know, it's basketball. There's nothing you can do. But I thought Gary Payton made some great comments that, you know, you just got to get some rebounds. Everybody has to suck it up and do their job. And this goes with the territory. But can I say this, Ernie? I'm just so happy Doug Collins is back because nobody explains the game better than Doug. He's so wonderful to have back and listen to.
Also nice to have John O'Connor, our research guy, running around here trying to get FaceTime here at halftime.
I tell you, anybody, the 15 minutes of fame doesn't work with you.
You know, but he was chasing down stuff for you.
Yeah.
What do you got?
The one thing I noticed about the Lakers, and they have the big 4, so to speak, but to me it's the talent level is different. It's not the same talent level team, and I think that's going to be their problem. Fisher, Payton, Sampson, Medvedenko, and Russell. I don't think that bench and those guys are as good as they were last year. And I think that Shaq and Kobe will need more help, along with Malone and Payton. I think they're going to need more help because the Rick Foxes, the Robert Horrys, the Brian Shaws, those guys filled in nicely for championship years. And I think to be a champion, you're going to have injuries like you have, and you have to be able to fill those plugs.
Couldn't help but notice a chuckling coming from Charles.
Chuckling from Chuck. I just got to laugh. I just laugh when people say crazy stuff. So what was crazy about that? First of all, those other guys you mentioned, if they don't have Shaq and Kobe, they stiff on other teams. If you put those guys that you named on the Clippers, which guys? The Cavaliers, that I just showed on TV. Yeah, the guys you just showed. That's what I'm saying. You put them on bad teams. I didn't go to say stiffs, but you kind of. I like to call it like it is. Okay. You know, Shaq and Kobe, they the men. And first of all, Shaq is the man, and Kobe should learn something right now with his life. You know, he talk about he wants to go somewhere. First of all, he's already a superstar. He's winning championships. He says he want to try it different. It's going to be different if he ain't playing with Shaq. This is what it's going to be like. Yeah, but he better sign with the Lakers and play with a player like Shaq for the rest of his career. He'll be like Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson, or Kevin Garnett. Great players on bad teams. Minnesota's a lot better. But you don't want to be a star by yourself. Magic Johnson had other stars. Michael Jordan had another star. You know, guys want to be, they're already stars.
And to your point, they make the game easier for you. See, that's why I love playing with Kareem and James Worthy, because they made the game easier for myself, and I hope I made it easier for them as well.
Lakers but winning it all. No, I got winning it all. You still have to have the Ricks, the Horrys, and Shaw. But you can get to the championship or the Western Conference Finals with Shaq alone, but it's proven to win it. You got to have a better bench. Them guys ain't going to get open shots. I give an example. ESPN, I was watching that game about a month ago, and they did a big feature on Devin George. And Bill Lambert, he said, first of all, let's get something straight. I saw that. He says, first of all, they can put George in the jungle out there with them other 4 guys. And he's right. Devin George is a good little player, but if he played on another team, we wouldn't even know he was alive. He's very fortunate to play with Shaq, Kobe, and those guys. But I think that's the problem. A lot of these guys in the league think they're stars. They're not stars. Michael Jordan made a lot of guys stars who couldn't play dead.
By the way, Devin George, 4 points on 2 out of 7 in the first half.
He'd be that every half without Shaq and Kobe.
It is a 40-38 game, and in case you missed it while Magic was speaking, there's Johnny. There's Johnny. Oh, it's
15 minutes.
Now that you got a chance, look at the camera.
The back of his head.
Oh, no, please, don't do that.
Turn back to your better side.
We have highlights right around the bend. Stephon Marbury wanted to hear it at the Garden. Highlights of a pretty good one when we come back.
The Verizon Wireless Halftime Report is presented by Verizon Wireless, official wireless provider of the NBA.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Love this game because even if you try not to, you have to watch. Yes.
Just how big should an SUV be? The Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty. It's big on what matters and small where it counts.
Hey guys, meet the new guy. Hey.
Hi, I'm Bob Holtkamp.
Hey, help yourself to some snacks. Speaking of which, you know what would taste good about now?
Yeah, a big, hot and juicy cheeseburger.
With everything. I can almost taste it.
Telling me, if there were a place to get a hamburger that good this late, I'd not only drive, I'd buy. Really?
Wendy's classic hamburgers are made fresh, so they're always hot and juicy, so you can eat great even late.
You must be the new guy.
Yeah, thanks.
Wendy's, it's better here.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If your car's got a dirty air filter, it's robbing your horsepower and killing your gas mileage. Get to AutoZone and replace your air filter today. Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
Think before you move. SOCOM 2, U.S. Navy SEALs, rated M for mature.
Objective completed.
Yo, Pete! Check it out, man. I'm so ready for the game. Hey, chips, dips, this sub's bigger than your head. You ready for the game?
Yeah, you could say that.
Get ready for the game at Gateway. Our plasma is the #1 selling in the country because of people who have more brains than money. They started under $2,500 after purchase of wall mount kit and mail-in rebate. Get into Gateway now for 0% financing on select plasmas.
From the producer of The Fast and the Furious, Triple X, and SWAT.
Just like you figured, I'm whipping.
Messing with my good nature. You're in my way.
Torque, rated PG-13, starts Friday at a theater near you.
Price check.
Shake stuff up.
Price check on 2.
Welcome back to the Verizon Wireless Halftime Report. Now you've done it, Magic. Now you've done it. You made somebody mad with something you had to say.
What happened?
Guess who just called the control room?
Who?
Mike Fratello. Upset that you said it was great to have Doug Collins back because Doug is the best.
Oh,
and you think I'm kidding.
Mike, I'm sorry, but you know what? The truth is the truth.
The truth be told? Oh, my gosh. Oh,
by the way, truth be told, also, we don't have time for the highlights of the Dallas-New York game. We'll have
that was a good game.
127-121 in overtime. New York are racing a 20-point deficit. But
Dallas got to make a
losing
trade.
by 6.
They can't compete with any of the big 3 out west. Maybe the big 4.
Had huge numbers offensively tonight, and they win it in
Well, they always have
overtime.
big numbers offensively.
Here's the moment that made Magic hold his breath. Kobe, that surgically repaired shoulder, had X-rays at second quarter, negative. You can exhale now.
2004
NBA All-Star Game.
Exclusively on TNT.
Want to come upstairs and have sex? I'm kidding.
She doesn't fit into his plans.
I assess risk for a living, so I try to avoid danger. I'm not being neurotic.
She doesn't play by his rules.
Throw pillows go in this cabinet here.
But she's exactly
What are you doing?
I'm liberating you.
what he needs. Ben Stiller, Jennifer Aniston. Along Came Polly, rated PG-13. Starts Friday.
At Papa John's, we couldn't think of a better way to celebrate our 20th anniversary than by giving you a Papa John's pizza for free. For 20 days only, order any large Papa John's specialty pizza at regular menu price, like our new Hawaiian barbecue or the works, and get a large one-topping pizza free. Buy one, get one free.
Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
While other stores have sales all the time, we offer low prices all year long. So when we do have a sale, Our prices are a lot lower than other stores. Right now, over half our suits and sport coats are on sale, plus hundreds of pants, sweaters, shoes, shirts, and outerwear, 20 to 50% off, which means the only way to beat a Men's Warehouse price is at the Men's Warehouse winter sale. I guarantee it.
To contact the store nearest you, call 1-800-776-SUIT.
AIDS has created over 14 million orphans worldwide. That's the equivalent of every child under 5 in America, with no one to watch over them. Please, won't you help?
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other use of dissemination of this telecast, or the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Welcome back to the Verizon Wireless Halftime Report. Vince Carter remains the leading vote-getter overall. Balloting ends on Sunday night at midnight. By the way, Yao Ming is 24,000 behind Shaquille O'Neal now.
You make that sound like they're made up in a day or something. 24,000 is a lot of votes, Ernie.
Not in this thing, not when you got 1 million something.
Love this game because the NBA is for lovers. Oh, cute.
Yes! Share all your favorite moments with Verizon Wireless.
I think Mom really likes the color.
Give your family the gift of unlimited family calling anytime minutes. That's right, anytime minutes on the America's Choice Family Share Plan. So switch to Verizon Wireless, the company that gives you the nation's most reliable wireless network with fewer dropped calls. Plus, hurry and buy one LG phone for $19.99 and get up to 3 free. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Can you hear me now? Good.
On February 13th, love means never having to say, who the hell are you?
What is going on?
Lucy was in a car accident. She lost her short-term memory.
Now,
Don't you remember me?
That's freaking hilarious.
one guy will go to extremes
Pretend you're attacking me so she pulls over.
to get the girl.
Help me, please. Oh!
50 first dates.
Are you okay? Yes, I'll be right back.
Rated PG-13. Opens February 13th.
No, you can't. Hold on. LeBron, you on again,
All
man.
the world's eyes are on 18-year-old phenom LeBron James. Can he live up to the hype?
This is getting serious. How you feeling? I don't know. Lately, Nick been acting a little funny. Funny? Funny how? Check this. Hear that?
Man, that ain't funny, man.
I knew you was playing to get me.
This is game time, my team is all hype. Offense is fast, defense is tight. The other team was nice but has no height. I throw my skates on and we could go all night. Score the game point, I'm the #1 ace. Drop my game face, meet up at our favorite place. I get that quarter pounder with cheeseburger for real. The double fills a baller up after showing my skills. The beef, the cheese, the pickles, the bun. After that, I think it's time for another run.
McDonald's, I'm loving it.
My name is Viktor Koryabuk. I was born in the Soviet Union. My family and I, we moved to America when I was a teenager. Today I'm a striker driver in the United States Army. Growing up, I was told to be like everybody else. In America, it's different. You can express yourself. You can show people who you really are, what you can do. That's why I don't take my freedom for granted, and I'm willing to fight for it.
Catch an American success story. See what's next for Victor at GoArmy.com.
Now, a week ago on this show, or I guess it was last Thursday,
Doug
was
me.
mad at Charles
He embarrassed me.
because you embarrassed him because you were, and now what's up with Doug and Magic now?
What?
Conspiring against the Czar.
No,
I
that's
mean,
my
now
man.
the Czar's all mad because Doug is
There's a love affair going on.
because you said Doug was great.
Oh, sorry, Doug. I should have.
No.
Let me take it back.
That's why you're the best point guard ever. You know how to set up your teammates. Don't ever let that go, buddy.
He's leaving on that. You're Ernie flush on you. He's flushed and leave on that one.
I'm done.
He's leaving on that one. Good night, Doug. Enjoy the second half.
Yeah, this is a thriller.
for the ultimate battle. Freddy vs. Jason on DVD.
Welcome to my nightmare.
With 18 deleted scenes, an alternate ending, and exclusive footage. Freddy vs. Jason on DVD. Tuesday, January 13th.
At Papa John's, we couldn't think of a better way to celebrate our 20th anniversary than by giving you a Papa John's pizza for free. For 20 days only, order any large Papa John's specialty pizza at regular menu price, like our new Hawaiian barbecue or the works, and get a large one-topping pizza free. Buy one, get one free.
Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
The barber shop is back.
Gotta take baby steps.
But when the competition moves in, they'll have to raise their game.
Double my rent.
You don't pay no rent.
Well, in that case, triple it.
Barbershop back in business. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 6th.
For flicks.
Yeah, you know, you can only get that DVD here. Get you front and center for the Rolling Stones shows.
That's how strong my love is. That's how strong my love.
Get 4 Flicks, the ultimate live Rolling Stones concert DVD box set, exclusively at Best Buy. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours.
How many of you like to read books? That's what type of books you like to read.
I like books that are funny. Superheroes and monsters.
What kinds of stuff do you learn when you're reading?
How to be doctors or photographers.
Why do you think it's important for kids to read books?
Because the books are smart. If you grow up and you can't read, how are you going to find your way home?
When you read,
On the marquee outside the Staples Center tonight, it was Kobe against LeBron. Well, Kobe Bryant has an injury which we'll talk about in a second. LeBron James has gone 3 of 8. He's got 8 points and 3 assists. His team is shooting 29% from the field. Kobe is 3 of 8 and 10 points. With great plays like this, he looked like he was going to start doing something big. And then on this fake, he got whacked and partially separated his shoulder. He hit the free throw, but you can see going back on defense, Doug, he was in pain.
Yeah, this is a major concern. It's a surgically repaired shoulder leaving the court. We actually saw him in the second period actually take a left-handed jump shot. He is coming back. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to play here in this second half. Looks like Kareem Rush is going to start, but you can see Kobe right now playing really one-handed, passing the ball with one hand, rebounding with one, and then shoots the left-hander. I think this is when Phil Jackson decided maybe he's had enough for tonight. And we'll go to Cheryl Miller here. We'll see what's up with Kobe.
Thanks a lot, Kevin and Doug. And Doug, as you mentioned, the first half we saw Kobe dragging that right arm, so it's really no surprise that he will not play in the second half. He will remain back here in the locker room and receive treatment. Right now he is scheduled tomorrow for an MRI.
Well, Kobe's injury came with 6 seconds left in the first quarter, played 5 minutes in the second, took 1 shot as a left-handed shooter, and that's it for the night for him.
Well, you look at Cleveland, they're Ilgauskas and LeBron James 8 of 17. The rest of the team 6 for 31. I mean, they have got to pick up their level of offense.
Kevin Ollie is now playing the point guard. LeBron James will be playing the off guard. The Los Angeles Lakers will put Rush in place of Kobe Bryant, Devin George, Ed Videnko, Grant, Gary Payton, the other players out there for the Los Angeles Lakers. As Rush hits, he was a first-round pick out of Missouri last year, his first 2. The Cleveland Cavaliers, we told you about James and Ollie. They've also got Williams, Ilgauskas with the ball right now, and Carlos Boozer. That sets up the lineup beginning the second half, and a 3 by James, his first 3-point shot tonight, no good.
Well, interesting, Kevin Ollie starting the second half in place of Kedrick Brown, so now LeBron is playing as a 2-guard rather than the point guard. Evan George with a great drive, and Cleveland come out very sluggish here now to start this third period as the Lakers have pushed this lead to 6, Kevin. I mean, Cleveland has got to find a way to win this game. If you're Cleveland, no Kobe, no Shaq, no Karl Malone, you say, guys, we got to challenge ourselves.
Here comes James on the fly. I'm looking on the Cleveland bench. I don't even see Kedrick Brown on their bench. And He was injured late in that first half, but the severity of which we weren't told. So we're going to send Cheryl over to check out that developing story for the Cavaliers. Medvedenko, good pass from Grant. Ilgauskas with the rebound. He's now got 7. Boozer's got 9 rebounds to lead all rebounders. And James with the miss. Here comes Payton the other way. Cavaliers have led by as many as 11. Rush, his second consecutive basket, and the Lakers up by 6. LA is led by as many as 8 points tonight.
I still think with the power game right now, if you're the Lakers, you want to push tempo. I know Phil has talked about maybe not running as much, but against this Cleveland team, you don't want to let those big guys back into the paint. The Lakers have been in their best when they're running. Gotten off to a 6-point lead here, and Paul Silas is going to talk about this. He cannot be happy with the start of this period.
The country.
Enjoy your new Durango.
Look, it's got a DVD. And see how smooth the ride is for you and Fluffy?
Liz, what are you doing to him?
I'm just showing little Joey the new Durango.
Son, there's only one thing you need to know. Hemi. Can you say Hemi?
Hemi.
That's my boy.
The all-new Dodge Durango. Big size, smooth ride. Hemi power. Starting under $26,600.
You want to see how we do football? Keep your eye on this. Bring it! Yeah, baby. That's right. This ain't just football. This is NFL Street. Rated E for everyone.
EA Sports. In Los Angeles, everyone wants to be a star, but not everyone can be an all-star. So don't miss your chance to send your favorite players to the 2004 NBA All-Star Game in Los Angeles, California.
Get your maps! Get your NBA All-Star maps!
Go online to NBA.com to vote now. The 2004 NBA All-Star Game. There will be lights, cameras, and plenty of action.
Tonight, the NBA on TNT is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. And Along Came Polly, starring Ben Miller and Jennifer Aniston, in theaters Friday. You can only imagine what Gary Payton is going through right now. He said he didn't sign up for this. No Kobe, no Shaq, no Karl Malone. And all of his guys are gone.
Well, this is when he's got to take that ball, and he's got to create, like he talked about at halftime to Cheryl, know when to pick and choose his spots offensively, know when to get his teammates involved, and play the good, tough defense. And like he said, we just got to play through this period of time.
Lakers had the lowest scoring first half of the season, and a foul on Eric Williams as Medvedenko is trying to ply his way down court. And that is the third on Eric Williams.
The turnovers have really plagued Cleveland, not only tonight, but really during the season, especially in the half court, and then it's magnified in the fourth period when the game gets tough, and this is an area they're really going to have to grow in.
Got 11 of them tonight. Here's Horace Grant. "48-40, the Lakers have equaled their biggest lead tonight." Wow. There's a Gary Payton sandwich, and that's the reaction.
Kevin, one of the toughest things to do as a coach in sports is to break the culture of losing. And this Cleveland team has young players, and Paul Silas is a champion, and you cannot allow age to be an excuse to lose. And they have got to find a way to be a better basketball team. Ilgauskas with a nice tournament, but breaking the culture of losing, you almost get to a situation where you think you're supposed to lose. And you got to get together, and you got to say, this got to stop.
Ilgauskas with a game high of 15 and 7 rebounds, and Payton out of the hold of Ollie, Devin George has been scoring better inside tonight than his normal outside.
Well, he will play off the double teams and shoot the open shots when you have Kobe and Shaq and Karl Malone out there. He'll slash and cut more and get to the boards more when they're not.
LeBron James, who now is 5 of 13, 12 points, 4 assists.
See, Paul Silas last year had a point guard, Baron Davis, that made the game easy for everybody. They would push the ball, they would run or whatever. Right now, he does not have that component, and it really makes it difficult.
I'm Jim Paxton, the GM. I'm looking all over God's green earth for a point guard to free him up. Kevin Ollie getting a steal inside.
Well, Kevin Ollie is a good backup point guard, and that's what they signed him to do. You see Eric Williams unload on the 3. See, I just don't think that's a good shot. Eric Williams is not a good three-point shooter on the season. He's shooting, 8 for 26 now. I just think at this point in time, you don't need that quick 3, Kev.
Neither team has made a three-point shot, a combined 0 of 8. These two ball clubs. Medvedenko finds Payton. He draws the quick double. Deflected, and there's the hustle of Akron-born and raised LeBron James. Williams for 3, and that is the game's first three-point hit.
Now see, the corner shot is a shorter 3. That's 22 feet. The other's 23.9. Got his feet set, and that's a much better shot for him than the one the previous time down the floor. That was in an open court situation.
The Los Angeles Lakers shooting 34% from the floor. Here's Medvedenko. Rebound by James. Now the rebounding is even at 38. Ollie at the other end with a great laser feed from LeBron.
This LeBron James has got an unbelievable feel for the game. The play he made to get the ball was terrific. Just the hands that he had. And watch him take this ball behind his back. And this kid weighs about 240 pounds. The little flip pass to Kevin Ollie. And he loves to pass the ball. I mean, this is a young guy. I mean, not to throw kudos at Magic Johnson, but I always felt the one thing Magic did was he was able to pick and choose his scoring and passing the ball, and I always felt like Magic loved to pass the ball more than he did to score. And LeBron James, I think, has a lot of that kind of capabilities of passing.
There's Gary Payton. Gosh, couldn't hit it. When you read the comments of LeBron as we're getting ready for a broadcast tonight and go back 10 days and scour everything he has said, I don't recall and reading over 100 different quotes and saying anything about me, my numbers. It's all about making the team better. Hopefully I can contribute in that line of thought.
You know, I talked to him today. I said, you know what? The game for you has always been where you've been the best player out there, and now you're going to start going through some constructive criticism from your coach and all. And then he talked about how he dealt with that. He said, you know what? When you initially hear it, you don't like to be criticized, but you realize that you need to if you're going to grow. He wants to be coached. He wants to be taught. And Paul Silas, when I talked to him today, loves being around this young man. He said never points a finger at someone else, always assumes the responsibility.
Ilgauskas is now out with 4 fouls. They brought in Tony Petit. A shot by Kevin Ollie won't go. Here comes Payton against Ollie. Gary knocked away nicely by LeBron James.
How about that play?
And he's at the other end with the feed to Ollie, who comes swiggling off, and Boozer connects, and the Cavaliers shooting 34%, 7 for Boozer with 9 rebounds, and Cleveland has come back from 8 down to tie Phil Jackson's Lakers.
How much more smooth are they out there on the floor right now with Ollie playing out there with LeBron James?
LeBron didn't have to bring that ball down court. He just play off the ball so well. Payton driving. Williams the rebound. LeBron by Medvedenko leads a 3-on-3 and travel.
I think he traveled 3 times on that play before Benny Adams got the last one.
Well, third time I can't overlook that, right?
Looked like a ballet dancer in the open court. So again, you don't realize how big he is. Look at him, hops here. It's like hops there.
And finally they did it.
Tell you what, he is so strong. Great feet.
Cleveland had an early lead of 11 points in this game. They trailed by as many as 8.
All right, now you're Paul Silas, Kevin. You're looking up at the score. So I got to make sure that LeBron is fresh for the 4th period. The game is close. We've struggled in the 4th period. When do I rest him? If I do rest him like I did in the first half, we lose our composure. That's, as a coach, what you sit over there and wrestle with those kind. You're thinking ahead. You're not thinking behind. You're thinking ahead.
23 minutes is what LeBron has played so far. Rush across the lane. And Captain, I think Bryant may have gotten a hand in it. Well, Doug, what you're leading to then, of course, is game management. And young teams sometimes struggle with this game management, how you pace yourself, how you conserve energy, maintain composure, don't overextend, you know, late game strategy, all these things figuring into what Paul Silas is trying to implement with this young ball.
Nice pass there by LeBron James. And see, that's where Eric Williams at his best, slashing and cutting to the basket. I know he got into a thing there in Boston where he shot a lot of three-point shots, but that's the Eric Williams I know right there, slashing and cutting, getting to the free throw line. But what you talked about is growth. It's the understanding of time, score, possession. What's a good shot? Who's out on the floor? What do we need at this particular point in time? That comes with experience.
3 fouls on Grant. Bedenko finds Rush taking the place of the injured Kobe Bryant, a slightly separated right shooting shoulder. Bedenko on Batii, who climbed into his face, and you admire the effort, but he is tagged with the foul. That'll be the second on him.
Paul Silas likes this lineup. He likes Eric Batii and Boozer together because he feels like that Boozer really plays well with Batii because of Batii's quickness. You got Eric Williams out there who can help him on the boards, and now Kevin Ollie can sort of initiate the offense, and it frees up LeBron not to have to use so much energy coming down the floor and getting pressured. And we'll show you, come fourth quarter, the numbers on LeBron James, and you'll see what he struggled with, a little fatigue in the last 5 games.
Which was what Phil Jackson was thinking when he brought Gary Payton in for
Correct.
the Lakers to do the same thing for Kobe.
Absolutely right. So then he can be there to finish the game.
Here comes LeBron. He's got 12. T grabs the loose ball, and a fresh 24 for the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are the second biggest road draw in the NBA behind the team we're playing tonight, the Los Angeles Lakers. Boozer doubled. Shot clock at 7. How did Ollie get that pass to Batii? And now Williams trying to make what looks like a broken play into a successful one.
Well, the energy level has picked up. Cleveland was in a fog coming out the third quarter. Paul Silas took a great timeout. The energy level has picked up. The ball is going into the basket, and you can just see they feel like they can win the game now.
Williams has 9, and 8 of those 9 have come in this third quarter for Eric Williams for the Cleveland Cavaliers, the ex-Celtic, part of that big trade with Boston a couple weeks back. Payton lost it as he went inside. There was a lot of crimson-colored jerseys around him, and here comes Ollie. And LeBron, who tonight is 5 of 14 shooting. That was a whistle before that shot was deployed.
It's an off-the-ball foul on Horace Grant. He and Tony Batii got locked up on the weak side. Dick Bavetta spotted the foul.
Well, LeBron with the 12 and 7. Kobe left with the slightly separated shoulder. That is a right shoulder as we take a look at our Dodge game summary. And that is the same shoulder, by the way, that he had operated on during the offseason, and the field goal shooting is poor by both ball clubs.
Well, Jamal Sampson in the game now for Horace Grant. So look at that front line. Sampson, Medvedenko, and Devin George. Not what the Lakers thought they'd be playing with at this particular point in time.
Nine seconds on the shot clock. Game's leading scorer, Ilgauskas, for the Cleveland Cavaliers, is on the bench. Lakers only have 2 in double figures. Kobe Bryant had that in the first half. And Devin George has 10 for Los Angeles. The Dancing James, Kevin Ollie, and Eric Williams.
Wasn't that a song by ABBA, The Dancing James?
A very good one, yes. Even a musical. Like a nice rejection by Batii. James down court. There you go, and a foul. That is on Rush. Gets up his first.
See, this is another area of his game I think will pick up when he plays more off the ball and he catches the ball in the scoring territory. He'll get to the free throw line more. Kevin, I was looking at his numbers today. He's taken 175 free throws going into tonight's game, 119 three-point attempts. I think right now he gets caught on the perimeter a little bit, but the more he catches that ball in the scoring territory, he'll be able to attack sooner and get fouls rather than have to beat so many people off the dribble.
Seems too like Doug, he's better without Ricky Davis, who was part of that trade with the Celtics.
Well, there's no question. I mean, Ricky Davis is a talented player, but that just didn't fit. And you can see this is LeBron James' team now. Make no bones about it. He feels very comfortable. His scoring has gone up since the trade. They're 5-7 after a 6-18 start, so they're a better team right now.
Carlos Boozer to Eric Williams. Under 3 to play in the third. Good pass and Ali. With a whistle and a Laker foul. This is on Medvedenko for the 3rd time.
See, normally you would see Shaq back there, and so when you cut in there to make this play, Shaq would reject that out there. Medvedenko gets the foul, so if you want to see a big difference in the defense, that's just a subtle little piece right there.
Timeout.
There are 1,000 reasons to love this game. What's yours?
Today we salute you, Mr. Way Too Much Cologne wearer. Like a bullhorn, your cologne announces your arrival 4 blocks before you get there. Here he comes now. Here a splish, there a splash. You don't stop till every square inch of manhood is covered. Everywhere a splish splash. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Way Too Much Cologne wearer.
Way too much cologne wearer. Sunday, Sunday, see Big Eddie haul trees in his fuel-injected Hemi Dodge Ram 1500. Sunday, Sunday, Big Eddie picks up stuff in his 345 horsepower Hemi Dodge Ram. Sunday, Sunday, going fishing in a Hemi-powered Ram. Morning, Ed. Monday, Monday. You gotta stop.
Okay, everyone, please pass forward your reports. Aaron, I only asked for a 1-page report on Thomas Jefferson.
I know, but to reduce him down to a single page seemed simplistic.
Uh-huh.
I realized it's a lot to go through, so I burned you a DVD.
Love learning? Check out Charter High-Speed Internet. It's up to 50 times faster than dial-up. Sign up now and get 2 months free. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked.
Culver's Barbecue Cheddar with bacon. Made fresh with U.S. raised beef, real Wisconsin cheddar, hickory smoked bacon, and Culver's signature barbecue sauce. It's awesome. But it's only available for a limited time. The barbecue cheddar with bacon. Hurry in now. It'll be gone before you know it.
He doesn't point fingers, he doesn't make excuses, and that's what I love about him. And that's the reason I think he has a chance to be great, because he accepts criticism, and he'll always try to go out and do better. He understands that, he's going to make mistakes. He stands around a little bit too much on defense sometimes. He doesn't rebound enough, and all of these things will come. But, people don't understand that he's 19 years old, that he has so much to learn. He has so far to go.
Far to go, but he is dazzling in what he has shown so far. He has, I think, lived up to the hype.
Oh, I didn't think going into this season that he would be able to anywhere near play at the level that he's playing right now. And he got off to the great start in Sacramento at 25 points in the opener at his first 6 shots. But you look at the minutes played, the points, the assists. I mean, if he's got a long way to go, I like his start. I like where his starting point is.
Yeah. Derek Fisher has now checked in for the Los Angeles Lakers, as has Brian Russell, Medvedenko, Sampson, and Rush. Ali Boozer, along with James, Williams, and Battie, the Cleveland 5. The game-high 15 Ilgauskas, but 4 fouls, keeping him on the bench as we close out the third quarter. 19-6 Cleveland run after they trailed by 8. They're now on top by 5. They've led earlier in the game by as many as 11 points. Shot clock at 3. Rush from Kansas City played it in town to the rack.
And LeBron relaxed just enough there. That shot clock was against Kareem Rush. That's where you've got to dig in and force him to take a tough shot and let him get all the way to the front of the rim.
Rush has 8, and all have been quiet here in the third quarter. Here is Boozer to get in double figures, and with that basket has now 9 points and 9 rebounds. He's had 12 double-doubles this season.
6 in a row. Last Cleveland Cavalier player to do that since Andre Miller. So Carlos having quite a year.
And Tyrone Hill at his position back in the 94-95 season.
Right.
Medvedenko. Good working down that shot clock. The T with the rebound. So we got a glimpse of the Kobe-LeBron matchup for a quarter at least tonight, Doug. It was fun what we saw.
Absolutely, and you know, we just got to hope that Kobe's not going to be seriously injured. I mean, we need our stars playing in this league. That's what drives this league, is Boozer spots up and looks for the shots. You know, the Lakers right now suffering with the injuries, but you've seen all the teams go through them, maybe not quite as dramatically, but injuries are a part of it.
Here's Brian Russell, who played in Washington for Doug Collins, and puts up a 3. Like we said before, he's in the top 5 right now in 3-point shooting in the NBA. Kobe is out of the game. Cheryl, we have not seen the second half. What more do you have to add to the story?
Well, Kedrick Brown, who didn't, like you said, didn't start the third quarter, is still in the locker room being worked on by the training staff. He has a quad contusion, and they're not sure he will return for the fourth quarter.
And that was the guy, thank you, Cheryl, that was the guy that Kobe rammed into. So both players out with that one hit on Kobe's deceptive fake. Brown was injured and Kobe is out, so both are gone. James.
Now remember, when he came into the league, the one thing he couldn't do was make jump shots. Well, all of a sudden he's starting to make that jumper. He's shooting 76% from the free throw line, so starting to do a much better job. And you know what? When you get so many repetitions in practice, you can get to be a much better shooter.
Wagner is in and trying to defend Fisher, but unsuccessful doing it. And Fisher has 4 points in 14 minutes. No fouls to give either way in the final 23 seconds of this third quarter.
About a 7-second differential, so the Lakers will get the last possession.
Rushes on James and knocks it away and makes the steal. And the turnovers now 13 for Cleveland and 12 for Los Angeles. Fisher. Russell for 3. Medvedenko. There's a good effort by Medvedenko, and the rebound by the T. Rebounding has been basically the same most of the last couple of quarters. Cavaliers had a big advantage after 1. LA led by 1, 56-55, with about 5 left in the third quarter. Cleveland goes on a 10-4 run to close the third.
Well, it's going to be winning time now. This is where Cleveland has struggled. We'll see if they have enough tonight to be able to finish this off. LeBron James will be the man in the middle for Cleveland, and Phil Jackson's looking for the answers for the Lakers.
You may want to take cover. We've had some reports of wild animals in the area.
Ooh, my. Come on, Donnie.
Wild animals? Where? Let's get out of here, lady.
The anniversary edition Dodge Caravan, featuring a no extra charge rear seat video system.
Thanks, officer. Keep up the good work.
Disney's The Lion King Special Edition on DVD and in Dodge Caravan.
What's the deal with the LG VX6000 camera phone from Verizon Wireless? It's only $79.99. That's a picture-perfect deal. And now you can also get instant messaging, so you can send and receive messages as easily as you do from your desktop. Get the message? You can even access your buddy list feature, so you know when your friends sign on too. So stop by your Verizon Wireless communications store today and get the phone you want at a price you need to see to believe. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
It's Papa John's 20th anniversary. For 20 days only, order any large Papa John's specialty pizza at regular menu price and get a large one-topping Papa John's pizza free. Buy one, get one free.
Have you ever stolen any money?
He's doing it. She's planning it.
Do you think I'm that easy?
Uh-huh.
He's controlling all of it.
Getting in deep, aren't you?
The Big Bounce, rated PG-13.
Get a room.
Starts Friday, January 30th.
Hanes created the Comfort Soft waistband because we know guys. To get comfortable, they will employ every available resource. They will improvise when necessary. Guys will pass on their comfort-seeking skills to future generations.
Hello, Michael. Hey, Doc. See how the new Hanes Comfort Soft waistband is wrapped in cotton? And it's tagless.
Wow, this could be our most comfortable underwear ever.
No, you can't. Hold on. LeBron, you on again,
All
man.
the world's eyes are on 18-year-old phenom LeBron James. Can he live up to the hype?
This is getting serious. How you feeling? I don't know. Lately, Nick been acting a little funny. Funny? Funny how? Check this. Hear that?
Man, that ain't funny. That ain't funny, man.
I knew you was playing to get me.
At the sold-out Staples Center tonight, LeBron James is in town, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, who trailed by 8, now lead by 5 as we head to the fourth quarter. With Doug Collins and Cheryl Miller, this is Kevin Harlan.
Well, Kevin, this is what I was talking about with the Cavaliers. In the last 5 games, look at their fourth quarter shooting against Indiana at 44, with New Jersey 35%. In their win against New York, they shoot 50%. But look at Toronto and Boston, 23 and 21. And LeBron James has been a little bit tired at the end of the games, and he has not been able to put the numbers up. During that period of time, he has shot 8 of 26 in the fourth period for 31%. They're going to need him to take this team home tonight. They're 2-17 on the road. This would be a big win.
Absolutely. In fact, 34% shooting as a team for the Cavaliers in those 5 fourth quarters that have just gone by. Darius Miles is now in for Cleveland with Petit, Capono, James with the ball, and DeJuan Wagner. Young, explosive lineup. Wagner rockets down the lane for 2.
That was a nice, aggressive power move. Got all the way to the rim. He's now 4 of 10 in the field.
Medvedenko, Fisher, Payton, Cook, Brian Cook, the rookie from Illinois, and Brian Russell, 5 for Los Angeles.
You know, I think when you look at Paul Silas there, and as he's trying to groom DeJuan Wagner, he wants him to be a guy who can score off the bench. So that fine line with, you know, monitoring his shots, but just making sure he gets good ones. You don't want to take away his aggressiveness, but at the same time, you want to make sure that he's taking good shots.
Miles picked up that foul. That was the first on him. Brian Cook. He's got 5. There's Cook off the bench. We don't know when Shaq is coming back from a sprained calf. That is a foul. It's on the Cleveland Cavaliers. It goes on Tony Petit. But they will start practicing soon. And Karl Malone has been out since the last couple weeks of December. They really need him back.
Well, you know, they got that big game Friday against Sacramento, and I'm sure all eyes have been pointing to that game. But the Lakers have to look at the bigger picture. They cannot force anybody back or get them back too soon. You know, they got to think about May and June. That's when they want to be fresh.
It's a Payton shot, which is off. And Petit snares the rebound. Cavaliers by 5, 10.5 to play. The Los Angeles Lakers 0 of 6 shooting 3-point shots tonight.
Gary Payton now 3 of 17 from the floor, so he's having a tough shooting night to go with all the injuries.
James 6 of 15 shooting. Russell, one time a pretty good defender in the league. A little bit off there. Fisher the rebound. Oh, that's off Payton. Turnover.
Derek Fisher tried to throw the ball to Gary Payton. He had his back turned. LeBron fell on that last play as he was fading back. It looked like he slipped on something as he stepped back. A lot of times people spill their drinks over there where they're sitting, or a magazine or something, and that's how you can get injured.
James missing there.
I don't think he could fall in love with that jump shot. The Lakers will live with that. He's got to attack that rim. There's no shot blockers in there right now for LA.
Medvedenko. The Los Angeles Lakers, Doug, are shooting 33% for the game.
I'd like to see LeBron get something go to the basket right now. He's tried 2 tough jump shots, and he's got the glove on him, and now a turnover. So this is the this is now you put him on top of the floor to run the team. But there is LeBron. He steps on the magazine. I remember when Lucius Allen was playing for Kansas City, stepped on a towel underneath the basket and tore cartilage in his knee warming up before a game sometimes. That can be very dangerous.
Gary Payton tonight is 3 of 17 shooting. Russell against Capono. Payton, Medvedenko, knocked away by Batiste. And Medvedenko comes up with 2 more. He is 4 of 13 tonight, and he leads the Lakers with 11 points. Timeout.
I love the relentless approach of Medvedenko. Gets his shot blocked. He doesn't get discouraged. Kevin, we saw him make 4 efforts on a play in the first half when he finally got a 3-point play, but right now the woes of Cleveland continue with their half-court execution in the 4th.
Searching other websites for low fares? Better get comfortable. Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $99 internet specials when you purchase by January 19th.
You are now free to move about the country.
Let's do this. This is crew against crew.
You got to feel it.
I ain't scared. Is you scared? Hell no.
You got to believe it.
No rules. Straight street.
You got to take it.
Sold us out.
This ain't just a surprise to these boys out here. This bigger than that.
Showtime!
You got served. Rated PG-13. In theaters everywhere January 30th.
From TNT.
I sleep in the nude.
Oh, God.
Buffalo.
Patricia Heaton, Jeff Daniels, Neil Simon's The Goodbye Girl. 3 chances to watch. See it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night at 8, beginning this weekend. Only on TNT.
And Park is on.
Brought to you by Michigan Department of Community Health, WIC. For more information on WIC, call 1-800-26-BIRTH.
Out of gas, short on cash. I don't care, I'm with my friends.
McDonald's Dollar Menu. Hot sandwiches, tasty desserts, and more. That's a lot for a little.
Welcome back to Los Angeles, where everyone is gearing up for All-Star Weekend, and the only place that you can catch the action will be right here on TNT. And to promote the event, billboards are all over town, and another promotion is most local pizza places will be carrying the TNT logo on their boxes. 125,000 boxes have been printed, and Kevin, I noticed that your table is bare, and Lord, oh, let the truth be told. Come on,
yeah,
Big
come
Daddy.
on,
Hold
bring it on over. You know, that's
Cheryl,
you
you just killed my partner. He's so famished over here right now. You just killed him.
Why wouldn't you share some of that? Where's the teamwork?
Kevin, as many times as you've been to In-N-Out Burger.
We're going to In-N-Out after the game.
Sister never got a burger here.
And you're not
never
getting
got a burger.
and you're not getting any In-N-Out burger.
You know what? It's good to see Cheryl feeling well once again. She was sick in Minnesota. Good to see you eat that pizza, girl.
Now bring the rest over here right now. All right, 9 to play. The Cavaliers are shooting 36%, and that is a 3 by Long Beach-born and Los Angeles-raised Jason Capono, a rookie from UCLA with 3 points tonight.
Well, you got to crowd him and make him put the ball on the floor. That's what Phil Jackson just said to Brian Russell. Get up on him, make him dribble.
Here's Gary Payton, who's really struggled. 3 of 17, 3 of 18, and Ilgauskas back in with the 4 fouls. He leads the Cavaliers in rebounding. 15 points and 8 rebounds, making now 9 rebounds for Ilgauskas tonight. Kevin Ollie back in the game.
And they're resting LeBron James, which I think is a good move by Paul Silas. He turned the ball over once. He had missed 2 jump shots, and Ollie has been very solid for them. I think it's a good little rest here for LeBron. Maybe bring him back in at the 6-minute mark or so and let him try to finish this game off. But took 2 tough shots and had a turnover to start the period. And I like this reinsertion of Kevin Ollie. I thought he did a nice job in the 3rd period.
What a good hit, some nails clippers. I think every time we've shown him tonight, he's been biting those nails.
That's called nerves, Coach. That's called nervous energy.
He's played in big games before. Here comes Fisher and Peyton and Bryant. Shot clock is down to 6 with Fisher knocking in a 3-point shot, and that is the first in 7 tries to go in for the Lakers tonight.
A great look that time by Horace Grant. Just had the patience to find the open man.
Cavaliers have 2 threes tonight. One by Capono moments ago. Ilgauskas. Rebound by Fisher.
Horace Grant did a nice job making him fade away on that jumper, keep him out of the paint.
Fisher inside. Rebound by the Cavaliers with Ollie finding Capono, launching another 3. Petit with the rebound. DeJuan Wagner for 3.
And he doubt that one was going up. Got a good look at it, just did not been able to knock it down.
Wagner has played 15 minutes. He's taken 11 shots. That's a lot.
My kind of guy right there. Can't go in if you don't get it up there.
Russell and Grant with a little game on the side. Coverage by Capono and Cook over Petit.
I'm really impressed with him. He missed a lot of time with injury, but he had that thumb injury and surgery and was out for a while, but I like him. He's got a nice shot and got some size on him. He's got a chance to be a real good player. And we haven't even seen Luke Walton yet tonight.
Cook has some pretty good basketball lines. Ilgauskas. Now he has a Cavalier high 17. James has 16. The 11 points of Medvedenko leads Los Angeles. Lakers only have 3 in double figures. Kobe is out. Slightly separated right shooting shoulder. A more full examination to take place tomorrow. Pick up a foul there.
Well, Carlos Boozer will be coming back into the game to finish this game off. Carlos with 9 and 9, very close to a double-double, and Tony Petit will sit down. He did a nice job. He brought in some nice energy, made some nice hustle plays for Cleveland tonight.
Cavaliers have led by as many as 11. They've trailed by as many as 8. Cleveland up by 1 right now, halfway through the 4th. 72-71 on TNT.
3 marks, 3 chances, 3 nights in a row. Did you miss me? Antonio Banderas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, The Mask of Zorro. 3 nights in a row, starting Friday, January 23rd at 8 on TNT.
This is game time, my team is all hype. Offense is fast, defense is tight. The other team was nice but has no height. I throw my skates on and we could go all night. Score the game point, I'm the #1 ace. Drop my game face, meet up at our favorite place. I get that quarter pounder with cheeseburger for real. The double fills a baller up after showing my skills. The beef, the cheese, the pickles, the bun. After that, I think it's time for another run. McDonald's, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Some light beers don't taste like anything. Next time, try a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Good call.
What's the deal with the LG VX6000 camera phone from Verizon Wireless? It's only $79.99. That's a picture-perfect deal. And now you can also get instant messaging, so you can send and receive messages as easily as you do from your desktop. Get the message? You can even access your buddy list feature, so you know when your friends sign on too. So stop by your Verizon Wireless communication store today and get the phone you want at a price you need to see to believe. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Tonight, the NBA on TNT is brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it. By Hanes, introducing the Hanes Comfort Soft Waistband, the most comfortable underwear ever. by Verizon Wireless. Sign up for America's Choice Family Share Plan. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you. And by Sprite, obey your thirst. Well, he's only a couple months into his young season, but LeBron James opening night had 25 points. First game against Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets, he had 7 points in that game. In mid-December, a career-high 37 points against the Boston Celtics. And then with Michael Jordan watching in late December, 32 points, including the last 14. Then on Christmas Day against the Magic and T-Mac, LeBron had 34 points in the game.
Well, the question is going to be is when will Paul Silas bring him back into the game? I'm sure he wants him as fresh as possible. A little over 6 minutes to go, and once again, a big game. Peyton shooting 3 for 18. Let's see if he can find his shooting touch at the end of the night.
And here is Peyton. We have the defense of Ilgauskas on him, and as you speak, he answers.
He's going to keep shooting. He's a pro. He's an all-star. He believes in his ability, and he doesn't look at 4 for 19 right now. What he looks at is he made his last shot.
Yeah, the last time he made a shot was deep in the second quarter with about 6 minutes remaining. Here is Capona finding a double. Boozer, they rotate to Kevin Ollie, knocked away by George. And here comes Fisher to the trailing Gary Payton. Can he make it 2 straight? George with a good offensive rebound and hemmed in and suddenly gets free, and it's a fresh shot clock for the Lakers, who lead 73-72. LeBron will check in momentarily. Derek Fisher with the rebound by Boozer. We have 1 double-double in this game already, and it's by Devin George. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Got to go back inside to Ilgauskas now. Right now, with this lineup on the floor,
Wagner left open, and they're letting him shoot now. And Wagner, for the game, has come off the bench and gone 4 of 12. Fisher, nice little move. Got the couple to get inside.
DeJuan Wagner is trying so hard. He's putting so much pressure on himself to make every shot. He knows right now his minutes are going to be a little limited. LeBron James back in to finish the game, as is Eric Williams, with Kevin Ollie, Boozer, and Ilgauskas on the floor. And you see the Cavaliers offense tonight. James and Ilgauskas 13 of 29. The rest of the team 14 of 29.
Lakers with
Cook. 14 of 49, I should say.
Something. Lakers with Cook and Fisher at the line, and Grant, and they got Devin George and Gary Payton.
See, one of the things that Cleveland really misses at the end of the game is when you throw that ball in the post and you get double teams, they don't have a good three-point shooter. It's very difficult for them to space the floor, so the Lakers will really pack it in. We talked to Derek Fisher before the game. He said, we want to pack that in and make them shoot long jumpers.
We have J.R. Bremer, a guy who signed as a free agent, and he was a starter last year for the Celtics, but he has not seen a second tonight. Cook with some nice defense. Lakers have numbers. Fisher leads it the other way. Cook. Well, you're right, John. This kid, who is a rookie, and his dad was an NBA player, Norm Cook, who also played college ball in Kansas, has been terrific. He is 8 for the game and 6 for the fourth quarter.
You see, again, Cleveland has their inability to execute their offense. As the Lakers have turned up the defense, they have gotten bad shots and turned it over here. Kevin, this is why they lose on the road.
Ilgauskas trying to grind his way. You're right. Another turnover. 17 for the Cavaliers as they find Payton wending his way the other way in a foul. Kevin Ollie was defending. Kevin Ollie is tagged with his second foul of the game.
Well, Bryant Cook really in a nice rhythm, great confidence in his own shot, and his teammates have confidence in him. They find him when he's got the open look, give it up, and LA on 11-2 run right now. Again, Cleveland just cannot find a way to get a shot. You can see in the fourth quarter they're shooting 27%, and they have at least 4 turnovers.
Over the last 5 fourth quarters, Cleveland 34%. Cook again. See a rookie playing for Phil Jackson is very rare. That's by necessity.
Yeah, absolutely. You would not see him out there right now if they had the stars, but you know what? This is the way you grow up.
Boozer. George, his 11th rebound tonight, and that leads all rebounders in the game.
Well, it's got to be so frustrating for Paul Silas to get a team this close, and they just don't know how to finish the game right now. This is why they lost so many games last year. They were in so many, they just couldn't finish them off.
And this is Gary Payton. James was defending. Boozer comes up with his 10th rebound. Cleveland is not hit from the field. minutes. And Ollie is fouled as he took it inside, and Devin George was among many Lakers defending.
Still plenty of time. 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Kevin Ollie shooting 2. Probably going to be down here 3 points. A lot of time, but you've got to maintain your composure to get some defensive stops and come down and get good shots. Cleveland is not getting good shots.
Free throw shooting basically the same tonight. 16 of 20 for the Lakers. And now the Cavaliers are 17 of 24. Well, Doug, you could win a trip for 2 to the NBA All-Star game coming up here in Los Angeles in about a month. Enter the Southwest Airlines NBA All-Star Be a Star sweepstakes at southwest.com or NBA.com.
Interesting substitution here. Phil Jackson takes out Derek Fisher and Brian Cook and comes in with Kareem Rush and Medvedenko. So feels very good about Medvedenko coming in the game right now. I'm a little surprised that Derek Fisher is out of the game right now. He's playing very well.
I think he's a little bit surprised too. He has found himself in, like we said before, kind of a no man's land with Grant. He lost 10 by an uncovered high-flying Devin George.
Got to block out. Those are the little things that beat you. Devin George just went to the board, and LeBron James didn't get his body on it.
12 rebounds by Devin George, ties a career high. Here is Eric Williams, guarded by the aforementioned George. Shot clock is at 4 for Ollie. George is on him.
Good shot they get.
That's what they wanted, Grant.
So that's just the Lakers have cranked up the pressure, and Cleveland has just wilted on the offensive end.
Here's Payton, 4 of 21 shooting tonight. Kareem Rush.
I guess that's why Phil Jackson has Kareem Rush in the game. Nice little floater. Lakers now by 7. Cleveland just shaking their head as they go to the bench. They take a 5-point lead at the end of the quarter. Into now a 7-point deficit. Devin George again, no block out, a free run to the basket. And the Lakers are making the hustle play, and obviously right now they're just playing a little tougher.
Nothing beats the fresh, smooth taste of draft beer. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Miller. Good call.
Need a ride?
I'm blowing his head by midnight.
You ain't gonna like how this ends. Don't want to miss that look on your face when I blow past you.
Now, ain't that ironic?
You shouldn't pick on girls. Everywhere you go, everything turns to hell. What's it telling on him?
Torque. Rated PG-13.
In a row.
Starts Friday at a theater near you.
If he had been around at the beginning of time, man would not be on the top of the food chain. His brand is Bar 32. His name is Sandman Snub. He's been to the world's best shows where he's shown the world's best. They should have stayed home. He's mean, and he's coming to Battle Creek for the $10,000 11th Annual Man vs. Beast Bull Riding Championship. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Kellogg Arena, featuring Cowboy Poker, the world's largest ring of fears, and Sandman Snub. It's a rock and roll bull riding show. It's gonna get wild.
ATM machine and a couple of how-to manuals.
She certainly committed foul play.
Does it all add up to suicide?
There needed to be some additional investigation done.
Or murder?
This case very well could represent a homicide.
Find out how forensic detectives unravel this twisted tale of lies and deceit.
She said the police were not smart enough to catch you.
On an all-new Forensic Files, this Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Cool TV, the investigation channel.
From TNT.
I sleep in the nude.
Oh my God.
Buffo.
Patricia Heaton, Jeff Daniels, Neil Simon's The Goodbye Girl. 3 chances to watch. See it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night at 8, beginning this weekend, only on TNT. From TNT.
I sleep in the nude.
Oh my God.
Buffo.
Patricia Heaton, Jeff Daniels, Neil Simon's The Goodbye Girl. 3 chances to watch. See it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night at 8, beginning this weekend, only on TNT.
Cleveland Cavaliers had a big fourth quarter lead of 7, 67-60. That was with 11.5 minutes left. You see what's happened here in the fourth quarter. Los Angeles on a 21-7 run over the last 9 minutes and 20 seconds.
Well, you know, they're 3 for 13. They have 4 turnovers. And, you know, you look at it, Gary Payton's 4 of 20 tonight. No Kobe, no Shaq, no Malone. I mean, this is a game that Cleveland's going to kick themselves if they end up losing. I mean, this is a game you look back on the schedule and say, look, we got a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter. We've got to win this game. And Paul Silas, they got to go to Seattle tomorrow night. They got 2 more games on the trip after that. It's a 6-game road swing all told. And it's a game you got to try to find a way to win.
LeBron James tonight, 16 points, 7 assists, and 6 turnovers, but he is scoreless, 0 of 2 in this fourth quarter. Ilgauskas with the miss. Boozer puts it up and in. He now has a double-double.
There's still plenty of time. If Carlos Boozer makes his free throws, it's a 4-point game, minute 47 to go. Nice offensive rebound here by Boozer, and he now has another double-double. But, you know, you just, you know, look at the score, Kevin. It's 147. You can't panic. You got to get a stop down here, and you got to come down there and get a good shot. And I think what happens with Cleveland is they get themselves out of rhythm, and they lose track of really how much time is left, and then they play sort of in a panic.
Typical of young teams.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you know, this is where you got to grow. And as I said before, this is a fine line for Paul Silas. This guy's a champion. He's trying to break this guy's habits of losing these kind of games. I mean, at some point in time, you got to find a way to stop losing these games.
Horace Grant has just fouled out of the game, and Brian Cook, the rookie, has just taken his place. And Boozer tries to complete the 3-point play and does, with his 12 points and 12 rebounds in the absence of Shaq. Grant tonight, 34 minutes, 6 points and 9 rebounds. Gary Payton, 4 of 21 with 4 assists. Ollie slips and Payton is through to fire.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's, you know, he's 4 for 21, but, you know, he doesn't think about that. He thinks I can get in there and I can get myself and get a shot over the top of Kevin Ollie. That's a big hoop.
9-time All-Star. That's the way you're supposed to think.
I don't think LeBron James has scored a point here in the fourth period.
Nope. 0. 0 of 2. And a 3 here. Payton with the rebound.
This is the growth of a great young talent. You have to go through these games, get the film out, evaluate, and find out how you can continue to get better.
Here comes Kevin Ollie watching the wheeling Payton take it in. Ollie has the foul, and that will be the 3rd on him. The NBA on TNT returns Monday, January 19th, 7 o'clock Eastern. Rockets will take on the Memphis Grizzlies. Hubie Brown will be on our air. That's an exciting young Memphis team. Congratulations to Hubie for the success they've had. And the Utah Jazz will battle the Golden State Warriors on Martin Luther King Day.
Think about all the things Utah's going through. You know, Bobby Sloan and Jerry and the family. Now they lose Matt Harpring for the season. And you know what? Jerry will find a way to still make that team competitive and win basketball games.
Tough night for the Cavaliers and their young star LeBron James. The Lakers with a little bit too much. Timeout.
For generations, they have been the 2 biggest names in terror. Now, for the first time ever on DVD, 2 legends will come together. Winner kills all. Freddy vs. Jason on New Line Platinum Series DVD, Tuesday, January 13th.
Cliff? Yeah. I have a letter from the CEO at Sanders. Let me read some of it. 1,200 separate shipments, national rollout, everything arrived on time. I was asking for a miracle, and you delivered. Thank you.
Shipping you can count on. Small miracles included.
Everyone, my office. You too, Sam.
UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Think of this as itchy, flaky dandruff, the kind that keeps coming back. Shut it down with Neutrogena T-Gel, the #1 dermatologist-recommended shampoo to help keep persistent itching and flaking away. Shut dandruff down. Neutrogena T-Gel. It works.
We're back in Los Angeles with Doug Collins and Cheryl Miller, Kevin Harlan. Only 4 of 16 shooting for the Cavaliers, Doug, in the fourth quarter so far. And you've been talking about this fourth quarter and what it's done to the Cavaliers all night long.
Well, and it's been their problem all season long. When you look at the numbers, especially the last 5 games, the one game they won, they shot 50% against New York and won the game. Other than that, they were in the 20 percentile in 2 of the games and the 30% another. Tonight, LeBron has struggled once again in the fourth period when teams really crank it down. He was 8 for 26 in the last 5 games. Tonight, 0 for 3 with a turnover. And, you know, again, this is the growth of a young, great talent. And he will get better and he will learn from this. But this is a very frustrating time for Paul Silas to go through this with his team.
Well, you started talking about what this fourth quarter would mean back in the first quarter tonight. Everything you said then is coming to fruition now. Here's Ilgauskas across the lane, showing some nimbleness. And now he has 19 points.
Derek Fisher back in the game, another ball handler, another good free throw shooter.
Ryan Cook fouled by Boozer. Third on him. I think Derek Fisher, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that Derek Fisher probably thought with the arrival of Gary Payton this year, thought, okay, you know, I'm going to come off the bench, and he envisioned himself maybe more like a Bobby Jackson at Sacramento, but certainly not the role he has had this season here.
Well, I think that Phil is still going through, you know, who is our team going to be when we're really going to be at our best and this spring. And I've still said all along, I believe Derek Fisher, when it's all said and done, will be a big key part of that Laker team if they're going to win another championship.
LeBron couldn't even get that one unhinged. The foul is called inside. And it is on Kevin Ollie. Well, the NBA always seen coast to coast. Tomorrow night on NBA TV, a beauty as the Timberwolves take on the New Orleans Hornets. They'll be down in Louisiana for that game. Wednesday on ESPN2, Dallas and Philadelphia. And this weekend on ABC, it's Minnesota and Houston. That's on Saturday. Then on Sunday, the Celtics will take on the San Antonio Spurs.
It's a great game I saw last Saturday night. Indiana played San Antonio. They'd gone in and beaten Dallas the night before. Go to San Antonio, look like they're going to win that game. San Antonio ties it with a 3 wins in overtime. But those two teams play again this week. And Indiana has played some great basketball quietly. Everybody talks about the West, but Indiana, Rick Carlisle has that team playing great basketball.
So the Los Angeles Lakers appear to be on their way to a win tonight. They've got the 4th best record in the Western Conference. They're in 2nd place in the Pacific Division. And this was the big story tonight. Kobe Bryant slightly separating that right shooting shoulder. Kedrick Brown was knocked out of the game with that, and Kobe, who made a valiant try to come back in and play, and even took a left-handed shot, has not played the second half. He'll have a full examination of that AC joint, that shoulder, tomorrow.
Well, you look at the Lakers injuries, you know, Karl Malone has missed 9 games this year. That's more than he missed in 18 years due to injury in Utah. So they hope to get him back soon. Shaquille, they got to be very careful with that calf. That's not something you want to come back and then he restrains it again and then it's 3 or 4 more weeks. You want to get him healthy. Kobe, tomorrow they said he's going to have an MRI, and I'm sure Phil will not sleep real well tonight, waiting to see what that's going to be.
I don't think Kobe will sleep very well either. Lakers had 35 bench points tonight. 16 of those came in the fourth quarter, and they needed their bench. They go inside Cook, and Ilgauskas brings him down hard. That should be a flag. Cook bounces right back up. Kid recruited by Bill Self at Illinois.
Cook goes up strong, and you can see right there, and it's the end of the play there where he sort of comes down on his shoulder. I think maybe the fall was worse than the foul. It looked like he lost a little balance, but he did pull him down with that shoulder. But Brian Cook, I'm very impressed with him. He looks like he really knows how to play basketball. I will tell you, Bill Self does a nice job developing big men. He really has done a nice job, and he's got a terrific big man right now at Kansas.
They got a couple. Which one are you talking about? Wayne Simeon?
Simeon, yes. The other kid got hurt.
Padgett, the rookie, yeah, the freshman. Cook with the rebound.
So I follow my basketball.
You do, I'm
You
glad.
can talk about the Jayhawks. I'll think about the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that's right. Your son Chris, an assistant coach with Mike Krzyzewski. By the way, your son recruited the #1 player in high school basketball to go to Duke. And here you can see the fourth quarter. This has been one of our themes tonight. A 26% shooting fourth quarter.
Look at Paul Silas sitting over on that bench as he gets up. The discouragement in his face. Look at Paul as he walks off. You got to get on that plane and go to Seattle. And this is something right here that they've got to correct. And this was their woes last year, Kevin. The fourth quarter, they found ways to lose games, and they're still doing it again this year.
And they led by 5 coming into this fourth.
Yes, they did.
And led even a couple points more when that fourth quarter started going. Cavaliers missed 9 of their last 10. Lose it tonight. Lakers win it. Let's go over to Cheryl Miller.
Well, definitely had a double-double, but without Kobe, without Shaq, without Malone, what was the mindset headed into the second half?
I mean, just to come out and play with some energy, and we know we're shorthanded, and just try to hustle and fight our way through it without those guys.
Shorthanded might be an understatement, considering the next 2 games that you have. You got Wednesday home at Denver, and then you're going to be on the road against Sacramento. That's a big challenge right there for you guys.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, we'll be up to it. If we play together, we'll be fine, and that's what we did tonight. And we hustled tonight, so that was the difference.
Talk about the defensive effort, especially in the fourth quarter on LeBron James. Shut him down.
We just try to play defense as a whole instead of letting individuals get off on us, and we try to help each other out, and guys that are getting sets called for them and isolations, we just got to help one another.
All right, congratulations.
Thanks.
Send it back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you. Kobe played 17 minutes tonight. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple of assists. The high score, Gary Payton, 13, although he was 5 of 22 from the field. The game high score, 19 from Zydrunas Ilgauskas for the Cleveland Cavaliers, who now fall to 11-26. The Los Angeles Lakers go to 23-11. A final score, the Lakers 89, the Cavaliers 79. The NBA on TNT returns Monday, January 19th at 7 o'clock Eastern. Rockets will take on the Grizzlies. The Jazz will battle the Warriors. TNT is your exclusive home for the 2004 NBA All-Star Game. For Doug Collins and Cheryl Miller, Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll take a break, then send you to our studios with Ernie Johnson here on TNT.
I would have gone vanilla with that sweater.
Ice cream, $3.
I think I would have parked a little closer.
Gas, $22.
Whoa. I think...
Haircut, $30.
What? I would have looked out for the water main. But that's just me.
Monday morning quarterbacks, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
I would have double-bagged it.
Hanes created the Comfort Soft waistband because we know guys. To get comfortable, they will employ every available resource. They will improvise when necessary. Guys will pass on their comfort-seeking skills to future generations.
Hello, Michael. Hey, Doc. See how the new Hanes Comfort Soft waistband is wrapped in cotton? And it's tagless.
Wow, this could be our most comfortable underwear ever.
Hey, Inside the NBA presented by Hyundai is coming up just moments from now. We'll be updating you on this game that's about to go, or is going overtime. The Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies are tied up at 94.
Why are we showing this game?
It's the only other game going on right now because we needed to get Brian Cardinal some FaceTime. That's why. And there's it's like tight shots of everybody involved.
I know the fans at home was worried about how the Golden State Warriors were doing.
They're going to know before the next half hour is out. Not only that, we had a special guest stop by today.
That's going to be the highlight of the show. Ginobili!
There you go, right on cue. And who knows what else. Yeah.
Why do I love this game? There's 1,000 reasons why.
We got ours. What's yours?
I love this game because I can let my hair down.
Goodness!
I love this game because they rock and roll.
Age doesn't matter.
Because of the perfect pass.
Alley-oop.
Whoa, baby!
I love this game because you get to wear a helmet.
I love this game because they know how to work it.
I love this game. What's not to love?
What's not to love?
What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love? What's
My name is Viktor Koryabuk. I was born in the Soviet Union. My family and I, we moved to America when I was a teenager. Today I'm a striker driver in the United States Army. Growing up, I was told to be like everybody else. In America, it's different. You can express yourself. You can show people who you really are, what you can do. That's why I don't take my freedom for granted, and I'm willing to fight for it.
Catch an American success story. See what's next for Victor at GoArmy.com.
Well, I guess it's 5 o'clock. Do you know where your shadow is? Well, if you shave with Schick Quattro, it's not here. See, Schick Quattro has 4 blades and 2 conditioning strips, which make Quattro unlike any other razor. And those 4 blades give you an incredibly close, smooth shave. So your 5 o'clock shadow shows up late. 5 o'clock shadow. Maybe you should change your name. Schick Quattro, the power of 4.
Get in the zone. I'm Jesse James. The way I see it, a car is not just a way to get from point A to point B. It is the point. That's where the pros at AutoZone can help. They've got the stuff you need to keep your car running right and make it as cool as you want. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
It's a special Monday presentation of the NBA on TNT. Will the Rockets take off in the Midwest, or do the youthful Grizzlies have the right stuff?
Let the truth be told.
Rockets, Grizzlies, Jazz, Warriors, next Monday night, only on TNT.
Just moments ago, this was the scene in Oakland as they tipped off overtime. The Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors trying to break a 94-all.
That's a look-up, dude. We really care.
Golden State is nothing. We'll have both of those teams on next Monday night, by the way. Not playing each other.
Way to kill our crowd for next week, too.
We'll keep you posted on that game. Let's see what it is. 99-96 now, Golden State.
Who they playing against next week? 'Cause I know they're not playing against each other next week.
Houston's got Memphis, and Utah's got Golden State.
Ooh, boy, it's going to be hard drawing a crowd for them, too.
Meantime, we drew a crowd to the set.
Have a good show.
We certainly
better have a good halftime.
We drew a crowd to the set for this one. LeBron James and the Cavs, and Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. And Kobe gets a sprained right shoulder, MRI scheduled for tomorrow. And LeBron goes 6 for 20 and 16 points and 7 assists, and the Cavs lose. Thoughts? Chuck.
Go ahead, Hall of Famer.
I was just, I hate to say this, but I was so disappointed in Cleveland. Their body language did not say they were there to win the game. When Kobe goes out, you must then take the game and dominate the game if you're a Cleveland player. And I didn't see that. And I know Coach Silas must be very upset right now because it's no way you got 4 superstars, 3 superstars out, and you don't win that game or even compete, to me, to win it. This is the first time I've seen Cleveland not really compete, and that disturbed me. This was a confidence builder for them, especially going on the road to have 4 other games on the road. I was just disappointed for Coach Silas and that whole organization and that team with that effort tonight.
Led by 5 going to the fourth quarter and scored 14 points, Chuck.
They're a typical young team, but, you know, Doug Collins, I think, said somewhere they think his best position is 2. No, it's not. Best position is not 2. He's going to be a 3-man. They keep trying to play him at the point forward. Cleveland got to find a point guard sooner or later because he's going to be a great finisher and he's going to be an extra ball handler when he gets the rebound. They're a typical young team. They play like that with no emotion and no energy. They got to win this game without those 3 guys there.
And I agree with Chuck again tonight. But you know what? Let me tell you this, because look, when you play the 2 in the NBA, it's called a shooting guard. So that means you really have to be able to knock shots down. So and consistently you're going to be in areas of the floor to shoot jump shots. At the 3 position, It's a slashing, finishing position. So now you can get the ball, make plays for yourself and other people. So you're almost like an extension of the point guard. So it's important for him to be the 3. They're trying to be like, we talked about earlier, like a Magic Johnson. The difference is, Magic Johnson, we talked about, playing point guard his whole life. High school, college, pros, his whole life. LeBron, for the first time in his life, is playing point guard. That's a big difference, and you can't learn on the run in the NBA.
89-79, the final score. Meantime, Memphis and Golden State tied up at 100, 2:10 to go.
You know, that's a very interesting point you make. The team seems like, what happened to scoring? It seems like teams have to go to overtime and get 100 now.
And, in fact, it happened earlier tonight.
Did anybody else get 100 tonight?
In a game that we are going to show you right now. The Dallas Mavericks and the New York Knicks.
What's your next move, Zeke?
In fact, this thing was triple digits at the end of regulation.
Well, when Dallas is around, you go always get baskets on Dallas.
But the Knicks were, too.
They played Knicks like me.
Yeah, well,
I didn't know the Knicks was this bad defensively, actually.
You know, Stephon Marbury had 28 points in 3 games, had 38 tonight, and brought the Knicks back into this thing when they were down 20 in the 3rd quarter. And then Penny Hardaway, big swat right there on the defensive end.
My question would be, how did they get down by 20?
They're the Knicks. It was easy.
No, the Knicks are much better. They're going to be there. I'm going to make a prediction. The Knicks are going to make the playoffs.
You're just full of them tonight. Steve Nash hitting big buckets down the stretch for Dallas.
European player.
111.
Fifth best, I'm sorry.
106. Marbury hit 3 free throws and then made the steal, and Penny hit Allen Houston.
That was a terrible turnover. I don't know what he was trying to do. He was point shaving.
So we're a serious allegation now by Charles. 1:15 apiece. Are we going to go to overtime?
Yes.
Thanks. You've only seen this highlight 15 times.
And he watched the game with me in the back.
like
he's answering the question.
Don't know. Good guess, Chuck. Steve Nash.
Who's going to win, Chuck? I'll take Dallas in a squeaker.
Nash had 28. Dirk had 31, by the way. Another bucket by Nash.
Yeah, that was the biggest bucket right there. Put him on 4.
And 127 to 121.
Let's talk trade.
The final. Dallas wins. Antoine Walker had his first.
They could make a trade.
His first triple-double as a Mav.
Kurt Thomas would fit in nice. They need a defender and a rebounder. Kurt Thomas.
And who would you bring in New York?
Either Antoine Walker or Jameson. Either one of the two. Dallas got to find somebody who can rebound and play defense. That wouldn't be a bad trade. Unfortunately, you're not a GM, Slappy.
Too bad it didn't make it happen.
That's so rare, Slappy out of Charles.
I haven't heard Slappy in a while.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Start bringing out my nicknames for you now.
Finley, 17 points in the 3rd quarter. Steph had 18 in the 3rd quarter. It's 7 out of 8. And then you see Antoine Walker, his 5th career triple-double.
He's only about 50 behind you, Magic.
Hey, you ever seen a TV show, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy?
No, first of all, I don't watch.
You have not seen that?
I have not. I don't watch any.
Not even a glimpse of it.
I think if you watch Survivor, anything like that, Fear Factor, any of those crappy reality shows.
Any of those judge shows are great.
You're a loser.
Any of the judge shows are great.
That's a makeup show.
Well,
have you seen Queer Eye for the Straight Guy?
I watch Law and Order only.
That's it.
Here on TNT.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
First of all, let me tell you something else too, TNT. Right. Quit showing the same Law and Order in the morning and at night. That's so stupid.
He's a big fan of the show, and he doesn't complain about it.
They show the
That's
same.
my favorite show
and you don't
TV.
complain about it, do you?
Yeah, but when he's making those big deals during the day, I'm sitting around watching it. It comes on after. Hey, great. Let me tell you something. To another great show.
Don't let that thing go off.
I'm glad you got Judge and Amy. I like that show.
Now tell me this: you haven't even seen a glimpse of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
I know who they are.
Okay. Well, you know what? The NBA. The NBA is doing this 1,000 Reasons I Love This Game. Okay. Well, they got those guys together to shoot a promo spot.
No way.
Okay. Yeah, they did. And in the course of shooting this thing, they were just sitting around shooting a breeze. And whose name came up?
You know who else is hot? Charles Barkley, hot. Yeah, hot. Some of my favorite hottest NBA players, Rodman, Barkley. Awesome. Yeah. Charles Barkley, hi. He was a cutie, a cupid, bulby little cutie. Yeah.
I don't know which face I like better. The one he gave us when Memphis and Golden State kicked off overtime, or this one?
I've been trying to figure out.
You're actually blushing, Chuck.
Hey,
you are.
I've been trying to figure out.
Cutie and Hottie?
And baldy cutie.
I'm a hottie?
I've been trying to figure out where you've been running to after the show. Now I know.
Hey, first of all, little fella,
know.
the Chuckster don't like to be referred to as cutie and hottie.
He's crying.
Strong warrior, sex symbol, tough guy.
Actually,
I hear one more thing?
Actually, I think that's what they did say. Let's listen to it again.
Charles Barkley, hot. Yeah, hot. Some of my favorite hottest NBA players, Rodman, Barkley.
The awesome trade.
Yeah. Charles Barkley, hi.
No, we need some biker jacket. And we need to be on that show. I got a new house. They need to make over my new house.
Oh, good job. There you go.
There you go.
The before, and this is the after.
Yeah. Hey, cutie.
Charles Barkley is
Charles,
hot, a
Charles,
cutie.
He must have remembered you in them short pants we used to wear.
We are off to
What's the name of your favorite club in Atlanta? What's the name of that?
The Bulldog.
I knew he was running there.
Take my word for it. You don't want the rest of that story.
Oh, that's a station break if you ask me.
We are off to a hot start. Still to come, highlights, Orlando and Philadelphia.
Oh, man, they calling you now. Arr, at the Bulldog.
From TNT.
I just sublet this apartment from this friend of mine. What the hell am I getting myself into?
All Elliot wanted was an apartment.
Do you think you can stop grinding your teeth? The noise is driving me crazy. I sleep in the new.
What you got?
Buffalo.
But what he got
We're gonna sleep with each other tonight?
was a handful. Patricia Heaton, Jeff Daniels, Neil Simon's The Goodbye Girl. 3 chances to watch. See it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night at 8, beginning this weekend, only on TNT.
Nobody does it like Southwest Airlines. We always have low fares, even at the last minute.
You are now free to move about the country.
Want to come upstairs and have sex? I'm kidding.
She doesn't fit into his plans.
I assess risk for a living, so I try to avoid danger. I'm not being neurotic.
She doesn't play by his rules.
Throw pillows, go in this cabinet here.
But she's exactly
What are you doing?
I'm liberating you.
what he needs. Ben Stiller,